Fagioli time with Chef Marco of Marco's Restaurant and Marco's Deli. 3 of them, 3 locations throughout Western New York. This is a very quick meal that we can make for folks. We're going to put it together now. Tell us what we have to do.
We're going to start with our traditional Italian base. This is used for tomato sauces, soups, whatever. You know, the olive oil, the onion, the garlic.
Yep.
Start out with carefully measure. I carefully measure everything and make sure you put about, you know, see how hot my pan is. And I said we're going to do this quickly. Sorry about that. We're going to do this quickly. We're going to chop a little red onion, and I'll do it slow because I scared you last time.
I was going to say show off.
No, I won't show off.
You had to do it, didn't you?
I did. It just makes you a little nervous.
Should this be on a high heat?
No, it shouldn't. I'm actually screwing up right now. But
okay.
This isn't going to hurt it because we're going to brown our onions. Okay. And I actually lowered a little bit. Okay. The pan is hot, and we're going to make this quickly. You know how we got softball practice later, we got soccer practice. Absolutely. We want to cook this up quick. I want to keep you out of the drive-thru lane. And I showed you earlier how to do the garlic. Smash it.
Little salt.
Little salt. We're going to chop it. And again, my wife will let me come home tonight because I'm not smelling like garlic.
What does the salt do?
It gives it a little abrasion, so it doesn't slide all over the board.
Oh.
See?
How clever is that?
That's a neat thing. But us Italians, that's all we do is chop garlic. It's like we get out of bed in the morning chopping garlic. So I got my garlic and my onions cooking. You don't want to cook the garlic too much because then it'll burn, it'll be bitter. So we're going to add our tomatoes. We want to add a little liquid to it.
Those are just crushed tomatoes from a can?
Just crushed tomatoes. San Marzano tomatoes, crush them up. If you have the plum tomato, you can squeeze them, get the juice out, leave the whole meat of the tomato. We're going to add butter beans.
1 can.
Northern beans. These are all 1 can. You can see how much they make. I don't rinse the beans off. I use the juice right from the middle, and I'm going to add a little bit of water just to give us a little more broth. And as this is coming to a boil, and that's just cold water, nothing fancy. As this is coming to a boil, we're going to season it.
Okay.
Bring it to a boil. In the meantime, cook our ditalini on the side. If you like ditalini, if you don't, little shells work fine. Once they're done cooking, 7-8 minutes, this is going to be done. We'll ladle it up. We'll serve it with some roasted red peppers. And of course, we're going to finish it with some grated Romano cheese.
My question is with the pasta. Now, if you're putting it in like a soup-based kind of dish, how do you stop it from absorbing the water and becoming so mushy?
This is how you stop it. You cook it on the side. Mm-hmm. You drain it in a scuolabasta. Make it cold. A scuolabasta is a strainer.
Okay.
And then you put it off to the side, put it in your bowls, have it ready, and ladle your soup into it. Once you take your cooked pasta, you add it to the broth. The broth's going to absorb it. Your pasta's going to swell. You're going to lose all your juice, and it's going to be beans. So that's what we're not going to go for. We're going to go for a little bit of brothy pasta fagioli, nice, simple. I put a little bit of oregano, salt, pepper. You know what this is?
Basil?
Yes. Do you know how to say it in Italian?
Basil?
Yep. That was good.
Speak Italian too.
Yeah, you're doing all right. Now we're just going to throw that throughout. We're going to turn our heat up to high, bring that to a nice boil. Like I said, you could. The only problem is, if you cover it, you can't watch it. It might boil over and ruin your stove.
Gotcha.
So we want to keep that open, let it boil, cooked, simple.
And how long do we boil it now?
I would say 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes.
That's it?
That's it. And the beans are soft because they're buying the canned product. If you're doing the fresh beans, you want to take the fresh beans, soak them, let them absorb the water, use the water that you used, cook it down. That's going to take about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I don't have an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Nobody does, right? At your restaurant, how much would you say you'd go through? Because it's one of your most popular dishes.
About 5 gallons a day.
5 gallons a day?
Easily.
You must prepare it in big vats.
We make it daily, big pots. It's nice. That's how much we serve if Uncle Tony and Aunt Maria come over too. So.
They're not coming for Christmas this year.
No.
All right. What are some of the things that we need to get ready for our second helping?
Okay, our second helping, if there's any left. We're going to take the juice, the beans, all the seasoning, the tomatoes. We're going to throw it in a food processor. If you don't have a food processor, we're going to use our hands. We're going to mash the beans and the tomatoes. We're going to squeeze a little lemon juice. We're going to crostini and use hummus. And it's a hummus base, and this is basically how you make it. Crostini, hummus, beautiful appetizer. It's healthy, it's fresh, it's simple.
So you just take the whole thing with the soup and everything and just
throw it right in a food processor.
Do you have to add more garlic or anything?
Nothing. It doesn't hurt without, you can add garlic to anything.
There's never too much garlic.
Never enough garlic, absolutely.
All right, that's coming up. Chef Marco's going to do that. Tell people again about your restaurants.
1085 Niagara Street, near the Peace Bridge, open 7 days a week.
Pasta fagioli, you can get it right there, already prepared if you don't want to take the 10, 15 minutes to do it yourself.
Exactly. Let me do the work.
Exactly. All right, back to you.